Hey guys, welcome to Code Spy. In this video, we are going to talk about our next topic in Spring AI, that is a structured output converter. So structured output converter is used to convert your final response in form of Java object or a JSON. So let's see how can we do that. So till now, whatever we have created in Spring AI, if you see the final response type is string. Okay, for a function response or a prompt response, always the final response is a string. But when you work with APIs, you want response in form of Java object. Okay, so for that you can use a structured output converter to convert your final response in form of Java objects. Okay, so for that we will create a new mapping. We can copy paste our last method, and the name is like a structured response, and I will keep the name as hotel. We will create a new method in the AI service to deal with the structured output. So we want to return our response in form of Java object. So we can create a model. So I will create a new model using record. I will put the name like hotel DTO, and the first parameter is going to be integer ID, string name, string address. Okay, so this is your record, this is our model. So now I will create a new method for that. Response string hotel, and to create a structured response we have multiple types of converter provided by Spring AI. So if we go to the document of Spring AI, we have different types of converters here, right, to convert your final response in form of Java object. So here we are going to use bean output converter. Okay, so bean output converter type will be hotel DTO. DTO.class. So this is the way to create your bean output converter. Now we will use this converter to return our final response. Okay, so first I need to define the template which I want to pass it to the AI model, for which I want to get the response. Okay, so in the model I am asking like return hotel details, and your dynamic parameter is going to be your hotel, and here I will decide what will be its format. So first I need to get the format using this converter. Okay, now I will call our AI model. So for that I will use this reference AI chat model dot call, and inside this I will pass new prompt object, and inside prompt I will pass prompt template. Okay, so here in prompt template we are passing hotel as a parameter. We have two dynamic parameters here: return hotel details, for which hotel you want to get the details, and format is going to be your response or a final response type. Okay, so here format will be JSON, because we are using bean output converter. Its final response is going to be in JSON format, and finally we want to get the results. Okay, so if you see results type is generation, so we need to create a reference for generation here. Now our output is ready. Whatever query we had, we fetched that query using AI model, and now our generation is ready. Now we will pass this generation to bean output converter to convert our string into a JSON format or a Java class object. Okay, so for that I will call return bean output converter dot convert. So we have a convert function which will accept the text as a parameter, and it will return response in form of hotel DTO. If you see here we have a hotel DTO because we have defined bean output converter type as a hotel DTO. So to get the AI model response in form of a string, we will use this generation dot get output dot get content. So your final content is going to be a string. That's all. So now our structured response is ready. Let's do a recap. What are we doing here? So first we have created the object of bean output converter, and its type is hotel DTO. So hotel DTO is our model. Okay. So once your bean output converter is created, you will get the format from that converter. Because you will get this response from AI model. So you have to tell your AI model that what type of data you want and in which format you want your response. Okay, so for that you need to define your format here in the template. So we are defining return hotel details and we are passing hotel, and your final format is here. These are dynamic parameters, so we have to define its value here, hotel and format. And once you get the result, you will pass the result in bean output converter. Okay, so let's call this method return a structured response. So here we will call this method return a structured response, and its type is going to be object. Okay, now let's run this application and see the response. So our application is started. Let's go back to Postman. So this is our path structured output, and this is your request param or parameter which you are passing in your query or in your request, and you have to provide the hotel name. Okay, so now if I hit this request, so if you see, like, you are getting your response in form of object or a JSON or a hotel DT. Okay, so if you go back to your class Spring AI service, so if you see, like, your hotel DTO is having 3 parameters: ID, name and address. Okay, same thing you are getting here, ID, name and address. Now if I hit again, I will get the same response. Only thing is data might change because every time it will fetch new details related to this IBIS hotel, and but your final response type is going to be same. It will be always your hotel DTO or a JSON. Okay, so this is how you can create a JSON object or a Java object using a structured output converter. So this is a kind of single response which you are getting. Now if you want to get a list of hotel details, so how can you do that? Let's see. So for that also we will create a new method. I will copy paste the same method and I will put this as a list, return list structured response. And only thing is you have to change its type here, list hotel DTO, and in the parameter you have to pass the object of parameterized type reference. Using that only you can get a list of objects. So this is how you can pass parameterized type reference object, and inside it its parameter is going to be of type list hotel DTO. Okay, so now your bean output converter is ready, which is type of list. You can modify your template like return all hotel details. So I will use this method return list structured response. Okay, I will create a new mapping for that. Return output list, get the list structured response, and method is going to be return list structured response. Okay, let's see its response. So I will use query update the parameter here, return structured output list, and hotel name is going to be same. Okay, now let's hit this request. So now if you see, like, you are getting list of hotel details. Okay, IBCT A, B, C, I mean different response you are getting. If you hit again, you may get some different response. See, now you're getting 2 only hotels. So this is the way you can get your response in form of Java objects or list of Java objects. So we have different types of converters, like we saw, like bean output converters. So we have some other converters also. So if you go to the document, so if you see, like, we have a map output converter to get response in form of key value pair. Then we have list output converter to get in form of list of array of objects. So you can go through this converters and you can use it, but the format is going to be same. So if you want to get response in form of key value pair, then you have to use map output converter. If you want to get list of objects, then better to use list output converter. So we have different types of converter. I just showed you one example. On that basis you can use these converters. So I hope you understood how can you use structured output converter to convert your final response in form of Java objects or a JSON. So if you like this video, please share it, subscribe this channel. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.